Break it on down. Bless you. Bless you. Oh, bless you. Bless you.
Where are you going, my beautiful friend? Is this the road that we take till the end? And if we break down all we left behind, is this the highway of all mankind?
Axis spins around and round we go. Where we're going, no one really knows. Here we go. Feel the fire way down below.
So just arrived in Peru, and these guys are here to greet us. I'm going to take one of them home with me, and then I got a bacon sandwich. He's going to be my new pet.
That's only if you can catch them.
Welcome to Peru. After spending time in the Amazon rainforest, our introduction to Peru came as a bit of a shock. We weren't prepared for how dry and desolate it was. We were in the narrow band of land between the mountains and the ocean, and with every mile south we went, it seemed to get more and more desolate. In the northern part of Peru, we found people still living, but as we got further south, the landscape became more and more inhospitable. Soon there was nothing but sand.
How long do you think we'd last if one of us broke down out here?
Well, it would depend on how quickly one of us ate the other one. I'm pretty sure that if I turned to cannibalism and ate you, I'd make it. But that'd be my only chance. Luckily, we didn't have to resort to cannibalism, and a lot of barren miles later, we arrived in the oasis city of Trujillo. In the morning, we left Trujillo and headed southwest, where we came to the Pacific Ocean. Back to the Pacific Ocean through the big desert. So we've come all the way from the Amazon, over the mountains, through the desert, and now here we are, and this is a big Peruvian fishing fleet back behind us. Pretty cool. This guy was doing some fishing of his own. Hey Don, what are you eating?
Ceviche, pescado.
What's ceviche?
It's some sort of pickled fish.
Actually, ceviche is fish that's been cooked in lime juice. We checked out a great Pacific sunset, and then, in the morning, we headed back out into the desert. Our goal is to leave all of the sand behind and head up into the mountains. But, as this happens quite frequently on this trip, sometimes we get a little bit lost. Luckily, we were able to ask this guy for directions, and he was able to point us the way to the mountains. It turns out that the mountains and the desert are a case of cause and effect. So we've been down in the desert, and we've been to the ocean, and the reason everything's so dry around here is those mountains in the background. Those are the Andes, and basically the moisture comes out of the Amazon, and it all gets dropped up in those mountains up there, and that's why it's so dry on this side. But those are the Andes, and we're about to head up into them, so we're pretty excited about it. But wow. These two seem to share our excitement. It turns out the Andes are really rugged, and getting over them was going to be quite a challenge. Now, we just came over this path up here, and we don't know how high it was, but we're going to guess 16 to 18,000 feet. I mean, probably 18,000 feet with the way the snow is, because there was snow up at the top. And at least my motorcycle really didn't like it. I had some problems where I just couldn't hardly get any power at all, but that's pretty high. So maybe that might be the highest point we go over on this whole trip. We'll see.
Better hope so.
Turned out that the pass was a little bit over 16,000 feet and was the highest pass in the world. Throughout the Andes, you see people living at really high elevations and in small villages and homes made from mud bricks that they make themselves. In order to get a road up over these mountains, the roads just go like this and like this and like this and like this, and you just ride on them for hours and hours, and you really don't ever get anywhere. It takes forever to ride through these mountains. Roads through the Andes are often narrow, one lane, with oncoming traffic that you can't see around the corners. How about these roads?
Awesome. As long as you don't go over the edge.
Eventually we arrived at the mountain town of Cusco, and then headed back south through the desert to Chile.